there. Happy Friday. Well, I thought I was going to be on my own longer than I have been. My family were going to Scotland, but unfortunately my son hurt his foot yesterday. So he didn't know if he was going to be able to drive, so they faffed about all morning, and then, would you believe, they lost the camper van key. It was in the house, not lost, just lost it, or I should say misplaced. So that was a good half an hour looking for it, and it turned up to be in the first place that they looked. Why they didn't find it in the first place, I don't know. I haven't got much to tell you. I just feel as though I'm very boring lately. I've got nothing much to say. You know, I'm not doing much of my knitting. I'm wearing my bright coloured mittens. Well, fingerless gloves thanks to Val. Thank you, Val. Wearing them today. The other two pair are in the wash. Done a bit of washing today. That's very interesting. It's not, is it? Strip the bed. That's not very interesting. No, it's not. Making the bed will be another thing. Oh, gosh. If you've got any kind of anything wrong with any of your limbs, like, especially in my case, my back and my hand, tucking fitted bed sheets in is a laugh, really. I mean, I've never been good with a duvet cover. I've tried all these hacks, you know, oh, do it this way, roll it this way, do it inside out. I've tried every hack going. I even went one time through the job centre shadowing ladies who worked in a hotel, because I was supposed to be advertising that they had vacancies, you know, for chambermaids and that. So I had to go and shadow. I have every admiration for these ladies. Tell you what, they can change a bed lickety-split. Oh. I'd be standing there looking at it and they're like, and they have a duvet cover changed in seconds, it seems, yeah? My goodness me. I'd still be scratching my head thinking which end goes where, you know, where's the zip, where's the... I never know why they don't do, like, openings on two sides of a duvet. I suppose people would get their fingers caught in it, wouldn't they? But if it had openings on two sides of it, you could lay it down flat, couldn't you? Lay it down and then, like, preferably zip it up all the way around. Sorted. They should do things like that for numbskulls like me. Anyway, today the sun has tried to shine. It's not actually raining. Yesterday we went up to the cafe. Well, we went to two cafes actually. Yay, get us. We went to two cafes. We went to the one with the interesting food with the hard chairs that we don't like to linger in. The food's good, but the chairs are awful. And then we went to the comfy cafe with the awful food but the comfy chairs. And I had a very dry blueberry muffin. I think they must have had it since I went in there last, which was probably about Christmas. I have done a wee bit of knitting. I've actually got a back, two fronts, one sleeve done now, and a little bit of another sleeve. But bear in mind that is nowhere near finished because it's got like a double front band, well, two double front bands. It's got a double cuff round, well, waistband. It's got double cuffs and it's got a double collar. So there's quite a lot of knitting yet to do. So I really haven't even done a half of it yet. Cheers, I've got my Crochet Queen mug, but I've got my hot Vimto. For those of you in the US, it's a sort of blackcurranty type of a drink, but it's not blackcurrant. If that makes any sense to you, yeah? Well, what am I showing off today? I'm showing off... my son's fixed my chair, actually. It's been out of flutter, this chair, since we moved the chairs about. And my son accidentally caught it in the doorway. So it meant that it didn't recline, which is going to recline now. But sadly, you see, because it's reclining, he's moved it further forward, giving me even less room in my sitting room part of my bedroom, yeah. I've got my washing thing out there. So I feel like I'm cramped in a little space. Anyway, what am I showing today? I'm showing this which if it fitted me, it would not be going for sale. Yeah, it's got beautiful, beautiful butterfly buttons on it, if you can see. And it is, if I can turn it around from where I am, it's granny squares on the front and on the back. The granny squares were made with the gorgeous boho spirit. In other words, instead of doing separate different colours, but if I'd have thought about it, I wouldn't have put those two there when I was making it up. I sort of boo-booed. I didn't realise until I'd done it that I'd got two the same. I would have preferred different colours on either side. But it's done now and it's done. So, but I do love it. I think it would be great over a black dress or something, or black top and black pants. You know me, I like to be a single colour, if you know what I'm saying, underneath things that are bright. I don't like to be too much colour. I wouldn't want a pink top and, you know, different coloured trousers. I like to be uniform for the kind of base colour. Do you call it base colour? So I would wear that over either black trousers, black top, or I would wear it over a black dress. Other people may have different opinions. It's up to you, isn't it? Anyway, it is for sale, so in the box underneath where I put all the garbage, you know, is my email address. So if you are interested, as I said before, sadly it would cost about £30 to post it, on top of what I'm charging, of course, to post it to the US. It isn't particularly a large top. If it was large, I would have it myself. Yeah, I would be wearing it. Sadly, unless I lose some more weight, sadly no, it won't fit me. So I would think it's probably about a 36-inch bust, somewhere in that region. But if you emailed me, I would then tell you what size it is, how long it is, how much I want for it, type of thing. About £4 to post it in the UK. Sadly, about £30 to post it in the US. Can't do anything about it, sadly so. I'm wearing a beautiful necklace. Got it from eBay quite a while ago, but I absolutely think it's so gorgeous. I think it was a Marks and Spencer's, if I remember rightly. And as I was watching the Crafty Nana, N-A-N-A, Crafty Nana, she does all this charity shopping, but she's out in Malaysia, and she's been shopping at this really, really cheap shop called Jalan Jalan Japan, where she buys things for ridiculous amounts, like £2 or something. And she had this purple velvet coat that she was modelling, that she'd bought for £2.50 or something daft. So I thought, purple, got me in the mood for purple. But of course, being too cold, this is too thin to wear on its own. So I've had to put this underneath, which doesn't really match, but hey, oh. So I'm wearing, it's a lovely top actually, but I've had to put this brooch, trying to keep it from flirting up. It will not stay underneath. I think it's because I've lost my boo-boos, yeah. It's got beautiful sleeves. Look at those sleeves. Look at that. Aren't they gorgeous? And I'm wearing them with my purple trousers, which of course you can't see. Because unless I raise my leg up in the air, oh there you are. Purple velvet trousers. You may have gathered there's a theme here. I do like velvet and I do like purple. Yeah, so there's a bit of a theme going on here, yeah. I just wish it was warm enough for me to wear this top without having to wear the wrong colour purple underneath. But I do actually have something to show you. I have got some necklaces that have arrived that I bought from eBay. This time they're not a dud. This one was a separate one. It's pink, wooden, all different shades of wood, like leaves. Yes, they have got brown in them as well. It's not funny dirty spots. I like that one. I got this one which is all metal. All different shades of metal. Doesn't look very, it looks a bit pasty on the camera, doesn't it? But I can assure you it's not. But they're all metal on a chain. This one I haven't opened, so it's like kind of, you are going to open it with me. Oh, I've actually got one very similar to this in brown. This is nice. This is grey. Oh, I like that one. You know me and my necklaces. I keep sorting them out and giving them away because I have too many. Yeah. This one's pretty. It's grey again, but it's got the green, the turquoise. Oh no, it's sort of an emerald green. Looks turquoise on camera, but it's actually an emerald green. That's quite nice. What else have we got here? Oh, this one's still got its label on it. It's never been worn. Still got the label tag on it. Very pretty. It's like a plaited chain or whatever you want to call it. It almost looks like a starting chain, doesn't it, in crochet? Very apt for me, isn't it? Yeah. And it's done in blacks and greys. Very nice. Oh, and that was it. Empty bag. What have I been doing? Well, I've been watching videos. I've been watching people's videos. I've been catching up with a lot of different people. Some are doing this, you know, one every day, which, oh gosh, no chance with me, I tell you. You're lucky if you get one a week with me at the moment. I have done it in the past when I was had a lot more to say and I was a little bit more interesting, you know. I did do one a day back then, but I can't do it now. I just can't. I'm not my own boss anymore. I know I've got my own room and I can shut the door and nobody would come in or whatever. But even then, I either get the dog pushing the door open or somebody tapping on the door saying, "Mum, are you in?" I need a do not disturb sign to hang on the door, don't I? Go away. Mother is recording. Oh dear. I keep the blinds closed. As you may have seen, well, you can see a little bit there. The blinds closed, I keep here. Oh, I actually did tack the zip in my fleece. If you remember, if you've been with me long enough, last year it was, Trixie nibbled through the plastic zip on my thick fleece. It was a really good fleece. I paid quite a lot of money for back when I had more money, and she nibbled through the zip. So I bought a new zip and I tried to put it in, but oh, it's like about 4 different thicknesses you're trying to pin through. Anyway, the other night I thought, right, you've got to grit your teeth, you've got to do it. So I got some thread and I've actually tacked it in with a different colour. I've got the sewing machine, so whether or not I can actually sew it, you know, it's quite a lot of layers. I don't want to be breaking needles, you know. My sewing machine isn't industrial, you know. Oh, I'll attempt it. It depends how many needles I break, doesn't it? But to be quite honest, I've not opened the sewing machine since I brought it out of the shed. So I need to know if I've got any spare needles before I start. If I've got any of the little bobbins, you know, the ones that go underneath. I've got plenty of the bobbins for the top. If I've got any of the bobbins that go underneath, because sadly, in the move, I may not have them anymore. They may be gone AWOL. So that I need to sort out really before I actually start sewing. I've got about 4 pairs of trousers to hem up. I could do them by hand, but you know, hello, you're talking to me, not the seamstress of the year, you know. And will I stop saying, you know, because you don't, do you? And then I've got those I showed you the other video with that are breaking apart because they're like a woven fabric and they're just all breaking, so I need to stitch those together, yeah. But trousers, I'm sick of treading on the bottom of it. I must be shrinking by the, well, not by the millimetre, I'm shrinking by the inch. The trousers I had on the other day when I had the mustard top thingy on and I had the patchwork trousers on, I was walking all over the bottom of them. And I'm like, I didn't walk on the bottom of them when I wore them last time. I think I've shunted about an inch since I had them on last time, which was only a few weeks ago. Oh dear. Shrinking Janet, that's what I should be calling this video. The ever-shrinking Janet. Who needs stretching on a rack, yeah. I need one of those torture things, you know, that they had in Middle Ages, was it? where they used to put people on a rack and stretch them out to get them to tell the truth. Yeah. They stretched me out. I'd be saying 5'4". I want to be 5'4" again. I'll be lucky if I'm 5 foot now. Oh, I know you shrink when you get older, but my goodness me, my spine is, well, I know it's shunting. That's what the problem is. It's disintegrating. Yeah. No two ways about it. It's disintegrating. When you get to my age, you're darn lucky if you've got the spine that you used to have. Yeah. There's me watching going, ee, ee, ee. But you didn't hear it, did you? It's the bedding. I've got to try and get it dry somehow. It's not a problem because I've got my spare sets, obviously. Don't just have one set of bedding. I'm not that poor. So I shall have to do that. I shall have to duvet wrangle. Is that a sport? Could it be an Olympic sport, duvet wrangling? I think I'd be I wouldn't be a champion at it. I'd be the end of the, I wouldn't be a bronze medal winner. I'd be the dud, the one they give, what did they give to the duds? Clown's hat, dunce's hat, what do they give to the ones who come in last? Don't think there is one for that. It's just the gold, the silver, the bronze, and then nothing. You don't get a prize for coming in last, do you? You don't get a prize for trying. And trust me, I can be very trying, as my mother would say. And my dad. Yes, Lady Jane was very trying when she was a kid. Anyway, there's not much I'm going to do for the end of the day. I'm not sure what's on the TV. I did watch a nice programme on TV, but whenever I watch something nice on TV, it's always a one-off. Or there's 2 episodes and then they don't do any more. I was watching the Marlowe murder, or whatever it was. I can never remember titles. And I really thoroughly enjoyed it. But I watched on something like a review and they were saying it was banal, it was this, it was that. And I'm like, these TV critics obviously don't have the same opinion as I do. Because whatever they slate and they say, oh, it's terrible, it's awful and things like that, I love them. I love them. And whatever they say, oh, that was a wonderful programme, I'm like, Because as you know, I hate reality shows. I hate quiz shows. I hate things like that. I just won't watch. I'm a, well, alleged celebrity. I tell you, I don't even know the names of the people who are going in there, half of them. I think there's more celebrities on YouTube, your videos, than there are going on, I'm a celebrity, get me out of here. Yeah. Oh dear, I don't understand why people want to watch them. I mean, at the moment they're trying to watch them to see whether Kate's uncle, is he mother-in-law, uncle, going to say something terrible, you know. He's probably been warned, keep your mouth shut, hasn't he? He's not going to come out with... And then they edit, don't they? So if he says anything horrible, they're not going to leave it in, are they? They're not daft. You know, they don't want any lawsuits. I'm not watching it, so I don't know what he says, so don't ask me. I have no idea. I'm not interested in that sort of thing. Maybe I'm an oddity. I would far rather watch somebody paddling up the Zambezi or something, looking at animals. I'd far rather watch that. Or train journeys going through wherever. I'd far rather watch that. It has to be a really good murder kind of mystery for me to be interested in it. Or a very, very good drama for me to watch it. Anything else I'm just not interested in. Afternoon television is dire. It's like one quiz game after another quiz game after another quiz game, and I'm like, oh my goodness, no. Is it any wonder I turn over to YouTube or something like that? At least watching somebody crochet a sweater's far more interesting. I don't know. Anyway, it's cold. I feel like singing, "Hey, by gum, but I'm cold." But you wouldn't understand me, would you? "Hey, by gum, but I'm cold." It finishes up saying, "I ain't been warm since I left my bed. I'll sit right up to the fire as near as I'm allowed, and I might let gradely warm at last. Hey, by gumber, I'm cowed. That means you're cold. You've not been warm since you left your bed. You're going to sit next to the fire as near as you're allowed to sit, and you might get warm at last. Gradely means greatly. Gradely warm at last. I think it was sung by the Oldham Tinkers, that one, but I had sung it before that. I used to go to the folk clubs when I was younger. I wished I hadn't gone on one night, because that's where I met my ex-husband. But I used to go to a brilliant folk club in Manchester, where they had some really good acts on. Really good. I mean, now you'd have to pay, well, sadly most of them are no longer around now, because I mean, I'm that old. But if they were around, if they were alive, you'd have to pay a fortune to see them now. And I can't remember how much we had to pay to go in this folk club. It was only a small amount, maybe a couple of pounds or something like that we paid to go in. But it used to be absolutely packed. It was run by a bloke, I never knew his real name, but they called him Jenks. Perhaps he was Jenkins, don't know. But he was called Jenks, and he must have had influence in the folk. I mean, we had Buffy Sainte Marie there one time, you know, we had Joan Baez came one time, yeah. You'd never get them under the roof. £100 a ticket nowadays, you know. I think Joan Baez is still alive. I know Buffy Sainte Marie is, yeah. But we used to get big names like that, you know. And as I said, we used to pay about, I think, probably about £2 on the door or something silly like that to go in, yeah. I used to go upstairs to the to the folk, and my brother used to go, because my brother didn't drive at the time. Don't ask me why. He was older than me, but I learned to drive first. And he went downstairs to the jazz, and we used to meet up afterwards, and we used to drive home, yeah. Probably one of the only times we ever had conversation, going to the folk club, coming back from the folk club, yeah. But that is how I met I'll call him my first husband, just in case I get another one, yeah. That's how I met my first husband. See, if I hadn't gone on that night, I would have never met him, would I? I should have stayed home. Oh, I am awful. But true. We've all got things where we wish we hadn't gone somewhere on a certain day, don't we? Like my wedding, yeah. But that's another story, as I've told you before. Well, I think my washer's stopped, so I'm going to put it on the fast spin to get a bit of the wet out of it, because it's bedding. And then Lord knows where I'm going to put it, because my clothes rail here is full. I'll find somewhere to droop it. I'm not taking it outside, because it's what, about 4 o'clock, I think? And the sun has gone in. Little bit of sun that there was. You see, if I'd have got up this morning, or if I'd have waited till tomorrow, but I had all day. But tomorrow, you see, it might be raining. If I'd have got up earlier, they'd have gone earlier. I would have done my washing then. But I tend to prefer to do my washing when I'm in on my own. Yeah, I tend to do it when they've got out for hours on end, and then I put my washing in. Don't ask me why, it's just a thing that I do. I prefer to, you know, what I call faff about when I'm on my own. You know, do the faffy things like making the bed and faffing about, and yeah. If you know what faffing about means, yeah. Messing about. Doing a lot of things and achieving nothing. I'm very good at that. I told you before, queen of procrastinate. I can't say that word. Procrastinating. Yeah. Or queen of faff, whichever you want to call it. Yeah. I'm very good at that. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I think there's something on tonight that I want to watch. I think. I'm not too sure about that actually. Call the Midwife's finished. Can't watch that anymore. I was watching another one that was set in Australia. That one's finished. Oh, everything I was watching's finished. And I can't think of anything that I want to watch now. I'm like, what can I watch? What can I watch? I'll be back to the YouTube videos of street life in Milan again, won't I? At least they're wearing nice clothes, at least they're inspirational. I should get my sketchbook out, shouldn't I? And draw the things that inspire me, yeah. Maybe I should do that. I'm just longing for warmer weather to come. Then I can stop wearing tights under my trousers and tights under my dresses. And 3 layers of clothes like I've got on today, you know. I'm just longing for the weather to change and be a bit warmer. And I'm longing for them to call me up about my hand. Not got much longer though. It's the 22nd and today's about the 9th, is it? Or something, 8th or 9th? I don't know. Days mean nothing to me unless, you know, dates mean nothing to me exactly. I think it's about the 9th or the 10th today. So I've not got that long to wait, have I? Every time the phone rings I keep thinking, oh, they're sending for me early. And it's usually somebody trying to sell me some rubbish, you know, cold calling. Don't we just love the cold calling? And the spam things, the scam things, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. Does anybody fall for them anymore? Is anybody stupid enough to fall for them? Yeah. Whatever you do, if anybody says to you, are you such a body, do not say yes. Say, why do you want to know? Or I might be. What is it about? But do never say yes. Because they record your yes. And then they use you to say yes to something else that you never did say yes to. Be warned. That was a trick I got told by somebody who was in fraud. Don't ever say yes. If they say, are you Janet? I say, who wants to know? And if they say, but are you Janet? And I'll say, well, why do you want to know? I will not say yes. Never say yes. You can say no. No, that's not my given name. But please don't say yes. Unless it's to me. Like, subscribe, thumbs up, tell all your friends. Then you can say yes. You can say yes to me. Because I won't use you for a scam. I have got 1 or 2 new subscribers. Thank you very much if you're new. Yeah, not that I don't appreciate all my original ones. Oh, and there's my phone telling me, Janet, stop waffling, time to go. So thank you for watching and goodbye, and I will see you tomorrow because it's live if I don't see you tomorrow for anything else. Yeah, bye for now.